Howdy folks, it's Senelius and welcome to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron number 4. We're playing as Turkey, or in this particular instance changed over to the Neo-Ottoman Empire. So we're going to carry on where we left off last time. So we basically had invested significantly in terms of our national focus, in terms of the industry. We're currently focusing in on getting more of the fascist kind of options on there. So we're doing collectivist ethos at the moment. Should be completed in not too long from now. Various bits of research we're also doing. Motorized, not really much something I want to do something with, but it is something required to be able to get some of my support divisions up to where I want them to be. So for that reason, I'm researching that at the moment. Low manpower, so that's really the main reason I wanted to focus in on the fascist option. So let's go to our nationalist option here, and I should now be able to choose nationalist focus. I'm really looking to get this militarism option here. Gives me additional recruitable population of an additional 5%. So at the moment we got only 2.5%, so that will actually be a significant boost for me. So we've got fighters in reserve, it says here. And I should see that I actually am upgrading these fighters here. So what type are they at the moment? So these are the fighters Mark 1. Fighter 1 Mark 1. And I got 27 of those at the moment. If I look at my total committed resource here, it looks like I got... it's still a mixture of interwar fighters and fighters Mark 1. If I look at my logistics, I will see... is it my logistics? No, in this... where is that again? So if I go to one of my air bases here, I should see that I can actually deploy a new air wing here. Now when I do that, I basically get to see interwar fighters. Just wondering, how do I get rid of those interwar fighters? I don't think I can. I think you always keep them. So a bit of a pity there. Unless I could sell them off to someone else, which would be useful if I could do that. Main focus I want to basically get here is the ability for me to gain access to Greece. So there's a few key points on the Greek borders here that I want to focus in on. And make sure I protect my own borders here from any potential Greek aggression. Well, let's see what that actually turns out to be. World tension. He's standing at 42% at the moment. Pretty high. I'm not sure whether that's high for this time of year. Partly to do with the fact, of course, that we have national focus bypassed. Motorization effort. Motorized infantry. So which is that one? Motorization effort. So actually we bypassed that one here because we just finished that research. Okay, so I could have gotten a boost there. Mechanized effort. Okay. Both of these lead to the CAS effort. And one of the things I want to focus in on is this leftmost line here. The equipment effort. So I think that's one of the next things I will do once I finish with my current focus. Next bit of research. We're still in 1938 in November at the moment. I'm researching various different bits and bobs. I want to get myself, since we've basically finished this one, I can actually get myself the field hospital. Which is the real reason I was focusing in on that, the field hospital, to be able to reduce any losses, or at least get more trickle back of those losses itself. So they are training here at the moment. This guy is now also available here for me to use. The question is, will he start training straight away as well or not? Once he's in position. It doesn't look like it, so let's kickstart that again. Yes, now he's actually training as well with the rest. And there is attrition of about 6% because of them being in the midst of training. Chance of equipment loss is pretty high, it looks like. 5.4% because of reliability. Support equipment is a lot more reliable. Well, actually, it's not more reliable, it's just less likely to be lost. Okay. I still don't fully understand why the Russians are on the border there. It might be sensible for me to, in terms of construction, invest something in bunkers, land forts. This building inflicts an attack penalty of minus 15% for each fort level on the attacker in combat. Attacks from multiple directions will reduce fort effect. Okay, German Reich claims Memel. It was passed to Lithuania by the Treaty of Versailles, but has now been reintegrated into the realm of the Ostprussians. Okay, so our national focus has just been completed. Like I said, I want to get this equipment effort done, and I think I want to get that done as quickly as I can. I can at the moment modify my government to get in here an additional person, and I want to get that war industrialist in here as well. Okay, let's boost the time flow again at this point. Okay, finish the research of the Marines. Got a research slot available, and we are in February of 1939 at this point. 39. So what can I do in terms of what we got listed here? So I'm already working on some of these, so let's see if I can boost my output here. 153 days it says it's going to take. And in terms of my focus, that will take me about another 60 days or so. Well, the Democratic Party is already entirely gone. The Nationalist Party is gaining only about 14% though of the bonuses, which is fine. Any research due to be completed? Yep, construction number 3 is due to be completed. We've just completed that, so let's focus in on the concentrated industry number 3 here. So that gives me a boost in terms of factory output, an extra 20%. I've even got tanks on my border here. I'm pretty sure last time I had set it to improve my relationships with Russia, didn't I? Has that been lost? No, it's not been lost. We just reached a certain threshold. And I guess that's why. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to go towards Greece here. We want to justify a war goal. We want to set a justification in terms of conquest. Select 1 to 5 states. Interesting. Okay, so which states do I want to focus in on? So Tras, That's that one over here I want to get. It gets to be quite expensive, doesn't it? Okay. Let's wait for that to come. We haven't got enough political power for that at the moment. We are able to do a next bit of research, so let's research. Should I go for the radios or not? I'm not sure. Airplanes 1940. Dive bombing. Okay. Now we've got one unit in terms of the air units here. It's still at the moment a mix, it looks like. No, actually, is it? Not sure. No, it's fully consistent of fighters Mark 1. Can I assign an ace to that? Have I got any aces? No, I don't have any aces yet. There are no ace pilots in your country yet. Pilots may be promoted after doing successful missions. Now I am able to create a new air wing. I don't have enough fighters of this particular class yet. So I'm able to, for example, pick up interwar fighters at the moment. I could do that maybe more towards the east here. I haven't got a real airport in that region, so the closest one is here. So let's deploy one of the same number of units, so 45 I think it was. Yep. So that's now deploying from the reserve. And my focus will be completed in another 16 or so days. 14. Any research that's completing in the meantime? Nope. Most of those are longer. Most of them are actually more than 100 days left, so the only exception there being the field hospital. I think I will take these two newly built units and place them on the same border here as well. I would have preferred to place them on the other border, but no, not the way the situation stands at the moment. The fate of Czechoslovakia. The German troops have crossed into Bohemia and Moravia, ostensibly to restore order to the region in the wake of a collapse of the Czechoslovakian government. Okay. In Prague, the occupying force announced the creation of an autonomous protectorate within the German Reich. With German support, Slovakia has been declared independent under the leadership of Joseph Tiso. The nation of Czechoslovakia is no more. Alright, equipment effort has been completed. Good. Now I can basically get my militarism in here to get me that boost in terms of manpower. At the moment I've got 2.5% eligible core population. And it looks like my actual core population is growing as time progresses as well. It stood at 15.03 I believe last time. Zog submits to Italy, so an ultimatum has been delivered to the Albanian government by the Italian diplomats. So they have taken control of Albania now. Let's have a brief look at the resource map here. So which province is this? This is Thessaly. So Thessaly, and that is the province called Epirus. So Thessaly and Epirus are the ones that I really want to get access to in my conquest, because they got those additional resources that I could really use. Alright, let's boost the speed of time again. Flow of time has been boosted. At this moment I've still got insufficient resources here, which is adversely affecting my production. Let's see, which unit type in terms of my convoys. Why am I still investing in convoys? I'm not sure. Let's change that production to something else. So at the moment I've got two types of submarines. Let's take this submarine here. And let's set this one to just merely 1. It's almost completed. And then I'll be able to switch over to the submarines where I want to build another, let's say 5 from. Got 51, which I'll be able to use, of course, for my naval invasions. But I'll also be able to use it in terms of other commitments. Now, the Aegean Isles, that's this section here. Athens is part of Thessaly. This is Peloponnese, and this is ultimately Crete. What kind of resources are available on Crete? Nothing, it looks like. So field hospital has been researched, so let's get something else in the queue now. So what is the next one? That's 1939. We are in 1939 already. So I want to basically get my recon units up. I believe I've got my recon units as part of my army design at the moment. No, I actually got the engineering one. Not a big problem. Not a big problem at all. Just need to bear in mind, support equipment I will need more of. And fighters I will need more of as well. So we've got a shortage in terms of the support equipment at the moment. So we currently produce 2.4 and we've got an average need of support equipment of 1.1. Are we running in the positives now finally? It does look like it. Good. So I'm basically setting it here to good. So we are at 7.5% as being eligible population now. Good. So the next entry that we want to go for here. Military youth, which grants additional recruitable population of 2%. Do I want to do that? I don't know yet. Ideally, oops, let's pause the game briefly. France bans communism. Okay. Fine, the Ribbentrop Pact. Diplomats from Germany and France conclude that observations are described as historical agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Okay, and Italy has joined the Axis. Do I want to do something here? I get additional air bases here for this one. Plus air doctrine gets a boost. Land doctrine can get a boost from this. Army. Let's go for the air bases first. Can boost time. See how we can get that flowing as quickly as we can. Again, we can modify our government. So how much gains are we getting on there? +1 at the moment. I don't think I want any of these really. Chief of the Army, offensive, division attack +10, defense. Let's take that guy here. That's offensive power increased. And we are still running a surplus on lots of them, which is good. In terms of our actual production, we are still producing more factories, so we stand at 20 factories at the moment, of which 9 are used for consumer goods. The people expect 34% of our total output to be producing consumer goods. 30%. So 30% of 20 would make 6, wouldn't it? This need is filled by civilian factories only, leaving us with 11 factories, where 10 can be used for trade. The people expect 30 or total number of factories to produce. Okay, so how many military factories have I got? I guess that is taken into account as well. So we got 7, maybe 8. The 9. I would say 9 is too many. But civilian and military factories, it says, is 27. 30% of 27. Yeah, okay. Due to rounding, you could argue yes. 9, yeah, okay. Too bad it's over the total number of factories, not just purely the not just purely the civilian factories. So this will be completed in August, it looks like. Advanced machine tools has been completed, which should give us a boost in terms of our production option here. So we can increase our efficiency of production. Always welcome, I would say. I probably want to basically get my resource gains up as well, which was the main reason I went down that rightmost track. I got another division here, which I want to give to the Western Front. I want to assign them to that border here. Am I still recruiting any? Doesn't look like it, except for... Why have I got that set to unlimited? Let's set that to, let's say, 8. That would mean I've got some extras ready here to assign towards the Eastern Front. So these guys here, I'll assign to that border there. And I'll stop the actual exercising there. I don't want to have too much attrition because of that. And I'll assign this guy to this border as well. Good. We've been concentrated industries just been completed. So which should have given me a boost in the number of maximum factories as well as factory output. Now, do I notice that in terms of this? No, that's not been updated yet. Could of course be that it just doesn't update until next turn. Could be. What can we research here? We can do the radar stations. We could do over here the next entry, which is Grand Battle Plan. Expensive one in terms of number of days. 239. We can actually improve our artillery here in 37 days. Let's go for that one. Looking at the amount of time we played today for this particular session, I think it's time for us to call it a day. So let's save our game away as being Let's Play number 4. Number 4 for Turkey, or the new Neo-Ottoman Empire. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. And in the meantime, have a grand day.